start to record today's workshop so that we'll have it for others to see. And slideshow. Are you seeing my screen?
Not yet.
No, because it would help if I say share screen, huh? What a concept. There you go, share screen.
Nope. There
Okay.
you go. You're in.
Okay, there we go. All right, welcome to the third workshop. So this is our final workshop of training with me, Twanda Hill. There's my information. Write it down, keep it. Call me if you get
You
stuck
take-
with anything.
Excuse me, Tawana, did you already take roll?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I like to do it at different times to keep y'all jumping.
That's cool.
And actually, because all of you have your names on, when the meeting ends, in my report, it will actually show me who was here versus if it all said admin before, I couldn't tell who was here. So just little tips along the way. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the manual at the end. Okay, so let's get going on Facebook. So it's not just for kids. Many of us just were like, I am not gonna do Facebook, I'm not gonna do it. And then you realize that if you wanted to stay connected to your grandkids and your kids, everybody was on Facebook. Over the years, back when I was living in Seattle and having gatherings and people over to the house, if you weren't on social media, one click, I can invite you over for an event. You didn't get invited to that event, which is horrible, but that's how it is. And then that's also also that that's just how it was. I don't think I'm as cutthroat nowadays, but sometimes we get so busy that we're trying to think of the simplest way to connect with each other. So anyhow, Facebook really can be your friend. It's a great way for folks to share pictures. Anthony, you were talking about you got friends in Chicago, and on birthdays it gives you a reminder that one of your friends, is their birthday. And so it's a great tool for keeping connected and seeing some of those old friends. I often we have a good time when I see somebody from college, and we're looking at their grandkids now, and it's a lot of fun. So anyhow, today's training, we're going to talk about how to create an account, set up your profile, postings, finding friends, interactions on Facebook. We're going to talk a little about safety and privacy, and then Facebook Messenger and video chat. And I really want to stress that one because, like I said, that one's a real simple way to set up a standard meeting with friends, family, where you guys can connect. And you don't have to worry about having a Zoom password and a login. Y'all can go on and you can actually do some of the things that we're doing on Zoom. Okay? All righty. So when it comes to creating an account, those of you who don't have an app, you should, who don't have an account, on your desktop, there is a Facebook icon that you can click on, and it should bring you to the homepage of Facebook. And so if you don't have an account, you can create an account. And if you do have an account, guess what? You can just log in. The cool thing about Facebook is that once you do log in, you can pretty much stay logged in even when you close out of that browser. It doesn't necessarily log you out. You have to manually log yourself out.
But if you change devices, you have to log back in.
A lot of times it will let me stay logged in on multiple devices.
So if you log in on one, it'll let you log in on another?
Yes.
So I don't have to log in on this one, and if because I'm always logged in on my iPhone.
Yeah, so unless you want to check the information on your laptop, you don't have to log in on that one, on this one. I just think that anytime we're doing stuff where we're having people and videos and messages, I just like to do, personally, my eyesight's not good enough to be looking at that little bitty phone. And so that's why I like having it on multiple devices. I have a Kindle that, you know, if I'm traveling, sometimes I don't want to take my laptop with me. So I'll take the Kindle and I can check it on the Kindle. I just like to be able to check it wherever I need to. And like I said, it does not log you out until you log yourself out.
Yeah, because I also log in on my I mean, not on my laptop, but on my tablet.
Okay, wonderful. And if you don't have the icon on your desktop for Facebook, you'll open up your browser and you'll just do www.facebook.com. Okay, so it's real easy to sign up. One, they're going to ask your name, your mobile number or email, a password, birth date, male, female, and sign up. And here again, it asks for a password. So I strongly encourage everyone to have a master book that they keep their passwords in so that you know how to find it when you need it. Because nothing is worse than when you've lost your password. Once you create that account, at the end of the process, they will send a confirmation to you at either your email or your phone number, your mobile phone. And this is just to ensure that it's a valid account application. So when it comes to setting up a profile for yourself, the whole goal is to let the world know who you are. You can share things like your life, your accomplishments, education, edit your profile. You know, when it comes to photos, photos display at a certain size. And I know the profile photos, which is what follows you around the internet, wherever you go, it's that square, the small photo, it's 180 pixels by 180 pixels. And as you can see, I tell you down here, 180 pixels equals 2.4 inches. When you're working on the laptop, just because we're working in technology, and when you're working on documents, and in the US, we do everything by inches, but other countries and cultures may use pixels or points, things like that. And so if you ever had to convert over to find out how many pixels or how many points equal an inch, you can do what? Go to your Google browser and ask for a converter from pixels to inches, and it'll bring it up. So that's why being able to have access to the web and understanding what you're doing, you know, there's always a way to find the right answer. So this is what my personal page looks like. As you can see, that's my fabulous grandson. This is called a cover photo. And this profile photo is me standing here thinking I'm bad, you know. And I didn't put a big biography for it because this is a personal page. Fun person, mother, grandmother, sister, auntie, loves family, and believes in living life fully. You know, that sums me up in a sentence. And so if I wanted to change my cover photo, I just edit my cover photo. If I wanted to change my profile photo, I just click on that camera and it allows me to add a new photo. And so I actually pulled some other pages. Oh, who would that be? Is that Elizabeth Morris? That looks like your personal page.
That is.
That's your beautiful granddaughter?
It is.
And are these flowers you grew on your garden?
Of course. Yes.
Visionary artist, restyling and repurposing custom couture. Okay, so just simple, easy. That's who she is. Renee Hollingsworth Bush, she was in the class yesterday. Just being a Mimi to my 6 grandkids.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here, Renee. See, look, I pulled you up. Got you. You are on point. So if you're looking to post the photos to your profile, who was on yesterday when we showed how to add images? Because if you click on the add the camera icon, it's going to open up to and give you the option to pull a photo off of your desktop. So that's why it's important to have, understand your folders and we know where your pictures are. This here is the Arth website, Facebook page. And if you see, theirs is a little different because it's a business page. And so it has their logo, it has a cover profile photo as well. You can still see same things you can edit, but it doesn't ask for a little bio. It asks for arth.org. It tells you they're a nonprofit organization. And then even though I have a personal page, I also have a business page so that people can find me for business. Because a lot of times, and the fun thing is, yeah, you can post and you post differently to different pages. Some of the things on my business page, I don't post pictures of my grandson. And so I try and keep that separate. On my business page, I'm really focusing on things that relate to either community, events, activities I'm doing, tips around graphic design or event planning. So it's totally different. But it's still in the look. You have your cover profile, and then here for my photo profile, I actually use my logo, and I never change that because that's what follows me around. Okay. And so when it comes to your photos for your profile, it's not about creating a photo, it's about taking a photo, and it's about having the photo on your desktop. So if you were to take a photo on your camera and upload it and save it to your desktop, you can take it, use that as the picture. You also, too, the same way we go into Zoom, if you were to click your start button and go camera, it would actually bring up your camera on your laptop. And from there, you could actually take a picture of yourself with your laptop camera. You can save that and use that as a profile photo as well. So the photos that you choose is just based on whatever pictures you take or save, upload, whether you upload them or you actually take them with the laptop or you take them on your phone and save them to the desktop. Does that make sense?
Do you know what size the Zoom pictures need to be?
No, I don't off the top of my head, but I can find out. The thing about the Zoom picture, the profile pictures in Zoom, is Zoom allows you to edit it and to kind of move it around and crop it so that it fits in that square nicely. So that one, you're not so much stuck on size only. But with Facebook, the size does matter. And so you want it to be that 183, 180 pixels by 180 pixels. Okay. The cover photo is, and that was the photo you saw of my grandson in the background, or on Betty's, it was her flower. On Renee, it was a picture of her. She had two pictures of her. But that's 851 by 315 pixels. And again, I translated it to the 11.34 by 4.2. Okay. So when it comes to introducing yourself, describe yourself. I'm the chief visionary at my company because it's my dream, it's my vision, and I'm the chief of it. Jobs wise, I worked formerly. How many of y'all are familiar with the Seattle Tennis Club down in Madison Park? I worked there for 10 years. Right after college, I was their events director. So we planned all kind of fabulous events. That was a great job. It was a great learning job because I had a budget. I had a budget and staff. So you always like those. I studied sports management at WSU. I went to Roosevelt High School, go Rough Riders, yay, yay, Phyllis. And originally I'm from New York. And so these are just simple things and simple questions that Facebook asks you as a way to try and get you to customize your intro. And you can always edit it. And so, and when I hit edit and describe yourself, that's when I went on and added that piece about just fun, loving grandma, auntie, sister, those kind of things. Cause I'm like, okay, girl, you can't be teaching the classes and not have your form all the way completed and filled out. So that's
Mm.
what I did. Okay, any questions right now?
No.
No,
No.
Okay. How to pose, how do you
I
create a
do.
photo? Okay, ask
I
away.
noticed that Facebook photo size is not on the thing you gave us. Can you give us that again?
Yes, so when it comes to the cover photo, it is 851 by 315 pixels, or 11.34 by 4.2. See, that's one of those things after the manual, I realized I'm speaking a foreign language. Y'all not gonna understand. What is a pixel? Okay. And then the profile photo is 180 by 180 pixels, which is 2.4 inches. So when it comes to Facebook, the most common type of post that you see people make is basic text. It updates and answers the question, what's on your mind? And text posts are made to be quick and short. If you make them too long, people aren't going to see the whole thing. So now when they click on them, they'll see the rest of the paragraph. But if you're really trying to engage people, just keep it quick and short and simple. Posts can actually consist of photos, they can be text, live videos, or life events. And as you see here, if I click on what's on my mind, that'll allow me to just type right into the box, and then you hit your return and it posts it on your page. If I wanted to do a live video, I just click on live video. Because there's some times when, some of you who are beautiful entertainers, you just want to share your gifts and talents. People, especially during COVID, are just coming on, going live, singing a few songs, playing their instruments, and making it possible for us to have spread a little joy. So live video is definitely another avenue for connecting, and live videos actually get better push from Facebook than anything else, because they like it when people are live.
also, I think sometimes Facebook, when you videotape something that somebody's singing or something, they kind of edit it because they don't want you copywriting things, because sometimes they won't push things through if it's a song that's on. Because I know a couple of times at church I recorded something on Facebook, but it didn't go through.
Well, you have to be careful about copyright issues and things like that. Now, that's the one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they think that it is a copywritten song and that you don't have permission, they will shut it down. So,
Yeah, that's what happened.
yep.
It was
Okay.
a church song. I guess, it was a song of someone else, and I guess,
Yeah, they're getting a little particular about that, especially during COVID, where everybody is doing everything live. Normally, if you're in a theater, that theater has like an ASCAP license that covers you singing copyrighted information. But the music industry definitely is going to have to catch up. You can go and license a picture that you want to use, but to get a copyright or a license for a song, it's still like pulling teeth. They have an antiquated process. So, okay, the other thing when it comes to photos, so you have live videos you can post, or if you have just a photo. So if you want to update someone, what's happening in the workshop, the picture, you can click on photo and it'll allow you to add, multiple images, one image, etc. When it comes to life events is Facebook allows you to kind of give a chronology of your life. So you can click on life events and you can put in the date you were born. You can click on life events and you can put on the day you were married. You can click on life events and put on the day you were divorced. You can click on life events and put on when the first grandchild. So those life events, so if someone is looking at your about, those life events will show up. And it's just, you know, it just gives you a way to to not chronologically, but it is chronological, but to also just kind of share your story. So when you're creating a post, there's a couple things to remember. Do you see right here, it says select privacy. So when you are creating a post, you can post it. It can be public. That means whoever is on Facebook can see it. If they did a search for something, it may come up. Or you can decide that you just want to share it with your friends on Facebook. You could do friends accept. Isn't that funny? That's my sister in there. That's an accident. I gotta fix that. I don't post that much anyhow. So, but that's one thing to remember is you want to make sure we're staying safe on Facebook. When you add friends to Facebook, you can actually create groupings of your friends. You can create family. You can create uh, high school classmates, neighborhood groups. And so that way you can decide if you want to share it public, share to just your friends, friends accept, you know, or if you want specific friends. Okay, let's clear that. Okay.
Tawanda,
Yes.
the twins, I mean, the friends are just the friends that you have accepted, not just anybody.
Correct.
Facebook.
Correct.
Okay.
And so, and here's a tip that no one teaches you. I learned this from my son. If somebody sends you a friend request and you really don't want to accept them, if you deny them and say no, it doesn't go back and say, oh, you know, Harlan said no, thank you. But what will happen is when it suggests friends, their name may come up, your name may come up again, and they'll go, well, dang, I already asked you to be my friend. So if you have some haters that you don't want to be bothered with, when they ask to be your friends, do not respond. You leave them in Facebook limbo.
Right.
And so they can't ask you to be their friend again, and then they're not on, they can't see your posts. So you know, for whatever that's worth, that's what I do. You know, some people I know, you know, because I start to think about when I first started with Facebook, I had Twanda Hill as my personal page. And then I realized I don't have 976 friends. And so I actually converted that to my business page. And I could have, for my personal page, if I use maybe my middle name, I could have done a personal page, but then people don't know me by my middle name. So what I did is I created a new personal page, and I really only accept friends that I know and people that I know. If they are associates, I push them towards my business page because that's what they want. My personal page is I want to keep it personal.
And how many Facebook pages can you have though? Because it sounded like you said you opened up another
Right.
Facebook profile.
Yes. So what I did is I took my original personal page and I converted it into a business page. And then I started a new personal page. And so, and they have, one is Twanda Hill, one is Twanda Hill and Associates. So it's not that big a difference, but the difference is in the actual page functionality. A business page does, you can tell your insights on it, where the personal page is for more personalized things. And so, but you can have multiple pages. I think the personal pages max out with like 5,000 friends. And so I know some people who have multiple pages, why they think those 5,000 people, are really their friends. But, I remember like Ron Sims, he's got multiple personal pages because being he was the executive director for so long, we all think that we're really his friend, so we asked to be his friend, but
Right.
it's not like I sat down and broke bread with him, so he's not really my friend.
Right.
Wanda,
Yes.
if somebody wants to be your friend, and you know them and you really don't want them to be your friend, but you don't want to let them know, you just leave it as it is. Is that what you said?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now,
Every-
what'll happen if you push decline? What'll happen?
So what'll happen is that eventually, every now and then, Facebook will say, hey, let's suggest some friends for you, because based on, the different artificial intelligence and your friends that you have and friends of friends. And so your name may come back up. And so after the second or third time, if you keep denying them, I'm going to know, wait a second, I know I asked Ruby to be my friend, and she must be declining me. So if you just leave them in Facebook limbo, they can't ask you anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Shoot,
That's
that
good
tip in
to know.
itself is worth $1 million, huh?
Twanda, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
How do you delete a page?
You have to go into your settings on Facebook, and I'll get to the settings page because it's that little gear. That gear that I show you is
Right.
always going to mean settings. And so you go
Okay.
to the settings to delete a page.
Okay.
Now, when you're creating a post, you can actually change your background. You'll see this little icon here, which has right here, it's a rainbow. If you click on the rainbow, it will offer you a variety of backgrounds that you can pick. So when you see those cute little Facebook backgrounds, that's how they get them. It's just an easy click on here, select the background. This one here with the 4 buttons, if you click on that, that's going to give you more options. And if you can see this little sister here, let's see, will it, get the annotate off. Clear all drawings. I was trying to, okay. If down here is actually, one of my options is I actually have some avatars that look sort of like me. So, and you can get those too. So, Facebook starts sharing with you fun, different ways that you can enhance the look of your post. You can add to your post what's on your mind. So remember, we talked about interacting before. So you can add an image to your post. Like if you wrote some text, you can hit that little person with the plus sign if you want to tag friends. So if I send a post that has something to do with couture, and I thought, oh, I want to make sure Bette sees this, I can tag her in that post. I can also, if I have a photo and it's a picture of Muriel and I, if I tag Muriel in the photo, it will come up in your feed. Versus if I just put it out there without the tags, you may see it, you may not. You get to add feelings. How are you feeling today? Blessed, happy, sad. You click on that emoji and it gives you an opportunity to add your feelings to your post, because we know feelings are important. The other thing is when back and soon when we get to go back into venues and into businesses, if you want to check in and say you're at the theater, you're at Langston Hughes, you want to check in because it helps them to let other folks in the community know you're there. That's when you hit this location bar. And that's how you check in when people check in at the theater. Then you have a GIF. Do you guys know what a GIF is?
Nope.
So
No.
a GIF
Yeah.
is an actual, it's like a moving picture.
Right.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what the GIF is. And so if you click on the GIF, it will bring up some opportunities for you to add a moving picture into your post. The 3 dots is a more button. And when you click on more, it allows you to create a watch party and also to raise money. And the watch parties come in handy, you know. I've seen some Zumba classes happening online. Somebody cutting up, Tyrone was cutting up and doing a Zumba class, and other people, instead of just sharing his post, they created a watch party, and that allowed other people to come to their page and see his event. So there's just so many different ways to engage and interact with each other using Facebook.
What did you say the check-in is on that?
Say you went to Langston Hughes and you wanted to let people know you were at the theater, you know, or you were at a restaurant and you wanted to check in at the restaurant, let people know you're there. We end up doing what we call these check-ins. That's a social way of helping other businesses. It shows that people, the cool people, are there visiting their place. So we have a theater here. We have a Black theater here in Phoenix. And every time I go, the gentleman, he starts out, most of the time, you think people are going to say, take out your cell phones and turn them off. He says, take out your cell phones, open up your social media and check in and let people know you're here. Because then if somebody sees you're there, they may go, oh, well, Ruby, why is she there? Oh, there's a fabulous play going on. I can see that. So that's our social engagement and our way that we can help support businesses and services that are important to us. When it comes to finding friends, that's what Facebook is all about. Adding friends is a real big step in helping you staying connected with one another. So at the top of your Facebook page, there's a menu that allows you to set up posts. You can look to see what your about page. You can set up friends. And so here it says, I have 1,392 friends. Lord have mercy. All my friends. You know what happened is because my business name and my name are the same, I think I finally just gave up on trying to keep them separate. And I just don't really post a bunch of personal stuff. But you know, but if I am going to post personal stuff, it is on my personal page. So, you know, if I have friends who are Republicans and if they don't want to hear me on my personal page, then get off it. Now, I won't post that kind of stuff on my business page. You know, I'll be more respectful. But if you do right here, you see the search bar. This allows you to search for friends. And if there's somebody you're looking for, you can put their name in. That's how I found Renee, because Renee and I weren't friends. I just met Renee Bush yesterday. And so, Renee, did you accept my friendship?
Nope.
Nope. See? Because you didn't know how to do it.
No, I haven't went in yet. No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm not on Facebook right now. I'm just listening to the class.
You better accept my friendship.
Accept you, okay?
If you don't keep me in Facebook limbo.
Renee, do you have a laptop?
Yeah,
I do have my laptop, but I'm at work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she just hasn't had time. I just did it last night. So anyhow, so that's how you find friends. You put in the names, do a request, and see. But look at all the
name in.
You can, or you can even put their phone number in. their email, their phone number,
I
their
can put your
friend.
phone number in and you'll pop up, because I have a lot of people. I really don't do Facebook, but I have a lots of friends.
Yeah, so you can put in, you can try my phone number. I don't know which number I have connected to my account. I don't think it's but easiest way, well, my name being Twanda, there's not a whole lot of us. There are a few of us, but not a whole lot. And so when you put in my
Is-
name, my picture pops up.
I
So
have a question. If you go into Messenger and you write a message and then it says add me as a friend, you can add people like that too.
yes, you can. And so we're going to get to Messenger shortly. So anyhow, so this can
Oh,
show
okay.
you. So right now, the interesting thing about this is you see Celeste Evans is my sister. It shows that she and I have 69 mutual friends. Well, of course that makes sense because that's my sister. So we have family members and things. And then my son is Brian, and we have 127 mutual friends. Well, that even makes more sense because not only do we have family members, we got two sides of the family. So, so but this is where you go to find the friends, and then but just be selective about who you pick and who you're looking for, and making sure it's the right person. Other ways that you can engage on Facebook, and this is very similar to Zoom, where they have these interactions. So we all know about clicking like, well, you don't even have to like it now. You could really love it. You can ha it, you can be wow, you can be sad, or you can be angry. So these are some other interactions that are available for you. Safety and privacy. I want to really go over this because this is really important because there's so much opportunity to scam people on the internet. So I really want you to be mindful of that. Keep your friends list to real friends, and that way you feel comfortable sharing information with them. Understand that when you share or post, you can share with friends or the public. And if you feel confident with your friends list, it makes sharing easier. So, but just understand if you're posting it public, if you're posting it to friends. And even when it comes to adding friends, you can set up, when you're setting up your Facebook page, you can set it up so that only friends of a friend can ask to be your friend. I mean, you can make it as tight as you need to. And, a lot of times we do that with our children so that we can monitor who's on their page. Don't share your identity. You should never, other than when you set up, don't give someone your birth date. And if you choose to, don't give away the year of your birth year.
Tawanda,
Yes.
how would I remove my birth date? I didn't know at the time that.
Sure. So
yeah.
at the end, I'll show you how to go in. If you go in to edit your profile, that we covered at the beginning, that's how you'll go in and we can find your birth date and remove it.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
You.
I generally don't share location information. I don't want people to know that readily where I am. And so I don't share my location. If I'm going to check in at a place, I'll go in and turn my location on or check in for that location, but I don't generally keep my location on my Facebook page. And I know Facebook at one point was saying, no, we can tell you which friends of yours are in the same neighborhood. Okay, I don't need to know that closely if you in the same neighborhood. The settings and privacy menu on Facebook, you can do a privacy checkup and it can actually let you know how private you are looking. And I would use that function regularly to identify who sees your information. And so to get to that privacy and checkup, so if you were at your profile on your home page, at the very top, you have Twanda there is a gear here that's for settings and privacy. If you click on that, you see right here, it says privacy checkup. Activity log, news feed. So I'm not going over everything because it can overwhelm you with how much you can do. I'm trying to cover some of the basics. And then as we get into the new year, if we need to go to the next step, or if you have more questions, we can start asking more questions along the way. But there is just so much about Facebook that I don't want to do. I don't want to overwhelm you. Okay, so someone asked, what's the difference between profile birthday and Facebook sharing birth date? So when you're setting up your Facebook account, it asks for your birth date so that it can verify your application, but it's not holding it in any place for you. So that's what it's just used as a verification. Remember when you were setting up your Zoom account as well, it asks for your birth date. But then once that's done, it doesn't store that information. And then the Facebook sharing of your birth date, like if it's your birthday and I go, oh, you know, 57 years ago, I was born on this day. You know, that's probably a bit, you know, if somebody was really trying to scam you and get your information, you've just told them that you were born in 1963. And if it lists your birthday as October 20th, I've given them my birth date and year. So, you know, it's okay to celebrate birthdays, but just think about how you are actually advertising the information that someone could use to harm you.
How do you delete the birthday year?
In your edit profile. So at the very beginning, when you go to the first log in and it has your profile and you want to edit your profile, you can go in and you can remove your birth date.
Okay, at the bottom, it has base information, edit, and then they got female and then my birthday.
Yes.
So
So take the year off of your birthday. Okay.
okay.
All right. I love it that you're able to hear the information and do it live. Okay, wonderful. Here's a menu bar for Facebook when you first come in. Home pages, watch videos, marketplace group. Facebook is more than just about connecting with one-on-one friends. If someone has a business page, if you have pages that you like, say you like the Oprah Winfrey page, or you like CNN, or you like ESPN, you can like those pages. And if you wanted to quickly get to the pages that you like, you just click on pages and it'll bring up all the pages that you like. And then you can scroll through them. If you want to watch videos, you're able to just click over here, go to watch videos. Facebook also has a marketplace. Again, I tell you, be concerned, you know, be careful. It's like any, you know, swap meet, you know, if you don't know them, you got to really think about whether you really want to go there to purchase something. Okay, and then the other pieces that you'll see, the plus sign lets you create messenger, notifications, and if to get to information about your account, if you click on this down arrow, it'll bring up your account information. It'll allow you to make adjustments, change phone numbers, if you have a different email you want to use, all those type of things. Notifications, it tells me that I have 2 messages that I haven't, or 2 posts that I haven't paid attention to. Okay? And
Tawanda,
yes.
I noticed sometimes I've been Facebook friends with somebody and then all of a sudden I'll get a Facebook friend request. Well, it happened to me. A friend told me that my picture had changed. It was a dove on and he thought something was wrong. Well, I hadn't changed my password since I first got Facebook. So that was for years.
Yes.
And so I had to go in and change my password because somebody was trying to make a page under my name.
Absolutely. People do that. That's happened to me. So anytime your account is compromised, where somebody's tried to mimic your page and post as you, the first thing you want to do is go in and change your password. And that will get them out of your account. It's so funny. A couple years ago, somebody tried to impersonate me, and the poor person, um, a couple people, all of a sudden my phone stopped buzzing, zip, 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 text is coming in. Somebody's trying, did you get a new Facebook page? No, somebody's trying to impersonate you. So luckily I was able to go in on my phone and change my password. And then I put a post on my page that said, if somebody asked to be my friend, your friend, you're already my friend, so it's not me. Well, then my friends, in their very own way, decided, we know that that's not your friend. She's too ugly. Then they start tearing her down. I thought, okay, well, it'll teach you to try and take my page. They just really let her have it. So, but yeah, unfortunately that happens. And I'm always wondering, like, how are they going to steal information? Like, at some point in time, like, what is it that you think my friends are going to do? Like, all of a sudden I'm gonna be friends with Anthony, and then I'm gonna say, hey Anthony, can you send me some money? And Anthony's gonna go, okay, sure. I always wonder, like, the energy that these criminals spend trying to hack stuff. Like, if they could do some good with it instead, it would just serve us so much better. Because, like, what do you think you're gonna get? I mean, you call my friends are trying to ransom me off, they'll tell you to keep me. So it's not the person you want to ransack it. And anyhow, there's one other feature to Facebook that I really want you guys to know. It's called Facebook Messenger. And you saw it here. It's right after the plus sign. That little squiggly line is called Facebook Messenger. And Messenger is an instant
Tawana,
messaging service.
Tawana,
Yes.
this is Jerome. One thing I wanted to point out before you leave was that on the group,
Yes.
we've used that for our family reunion, like
Absolutely.
create a group, and that is not only is it good for keeping the family together, be all over the country, but the other thing is that people who did not have Facebook or didn't feel like they had it really got on it because they want to be a part of the family. And
absolutely.
Post the kids, and when someone have a baby and all of that. So that's really great, and I wanted to share that with the group.
Thank you, Jerome, because I did bypass that. And that's so good to remember. And the other thing is that when you're part of a group and you're sharing, only the group can see it. Nobody else can see it. You don't have to worry about if it's a public post or non-public. If it's the group, definitely that's the only people that can see it. And a lot of times the groups work well. Yeah, we have a family group as well. And then we did another one for a family reunion. We've done it for high school reunions. So the group feature is a great way to connect with those special people in your life. So thanks, Jerome, for catching that. Okay, so Messenger is an instant message service owned by Facebook. And so what it allows you to do is same thing, similar to Zoom, share screen, call participants, video, here's your mic, or you can hang up. So when you click on Messenger, if you want to call participants, you just click on that and you find their Facebook name, and you can do multiple people. And so if I set up a call between Patricia, Wendy, and Phyllis and I can set that up, and they'll get a message. Their laptop will start ringing, or they'll get a message inviting them to join. And then once they join the group, then we can automatically, each week, certain times, I don't have to recall you. I could just go back and join the group. So it's really a great way to connect again, with family. Messenger is, people can send you private messages one-on-one. This one, somebody sent me an attachment. Kelly, Patricia, and 5 others. This is my weekly Sunday group with Dr. Mims. If I click on that, any Sunday at 1 o'clock, I know we're meeting. I don't have to wait for anyone to initiate it. I can go in and click on that group. So that messenger and video chat is a great feature for you to really work towards, because that's an easy way to stay connected with family. I have another group. I found a first cousin in ancestry.com, and we've been doing Facebook meetings as well. And even when we met, we were on the phone and we're like, oh, we'll go to Facebook because you can see pictures of each other and the kids. And so it really can work as a fun tool to connect you to one another. So any questions? Oop, oop. No? So you guys are ready to go to Facebook and begin setting up your pages and helping one another and connecting with each other?
I have
Yes?
a question.
Yes.
Okay, who has a question? Give it to me.
Carolyn, when you didn't go over, or maybe you did, chat in Messenger. So you normally have all of your friends listed, and if someone send you say like a video and you wanted to send it to just 2 people, and I found out that when I do that, it automatically send it to everyone that I don't want it to be sent to, because there's certain videos that you want to send to people you know and ones you don't. So how I never knew how that came about.
Okay, so you can see my screen again?
Yes.
So I am in my Facebook page, and you're saying in the video chat in Messenger,
Messenger.
someone has sent, like, I got an attachment here and I want to forward it or reply to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is if it's sent to you as a group, then you're all part of that group. If you're wanting to just send it to one individual person, I would probably download it. Or here, actually, you see, when I clicked on this bag, it actually allowed me to forward it. And there you go. That's what it does. So you can forward it to that individual person.
Oh,
so if I wanted to
okay.
forward that to you, see, because you're not my friend, it didn't come up yet. What's your last name, Carolyn?
Tibbs, Tibbs.
Look at that. Even is that you?
Yeah, that's me and my nieces.
Okay, see, I just forwarded you something my aunt has sent me. Hopefully it wasn't
I just request you as my friend.
Okay, you just requested me. Okay, you want me to not leave you in Facebook limbo. Okay. The other thing that I want to do really quickly is if you get a chance, please go to the ARTH page and like them. When it comes to oops, sorry, that's not what I wanted. I want their Facebook page. When it comes to business pages, you don't ask them to be your friend, you just actually like their page. So it's African Americans Reach and Teach Health Ministries.
Mm-hmm.
And then while we're here, I'm going to actually set up a page. I'm going to create a page, and the name of the page is going to be, come on, desktop preview. Oh, here, right over here, ELA, Elders Living and Aging Well. And then if it asks me for a category, I'm Nonprofit. I'm gonna put this as a community organization. And then the description of this group is, this page is gonna be for African American elders living in King County. And so I can go create, and it creates that page.
Oh.
So now that that's a page, now it's asking me for a profile photo. And so I'm going to develop a logo for elders living and aging well. You guys want to see how I work real quick?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the thing about technology is there's an app for everything. And so stop share. I'm going to share a different screen with you. Okay. So I went to a app called Canva, and Canva is a free program that allows you to create folders and flyers. It allows you to create your backgrounds and things like that. You can see I've done a lot. Look, that's my Christmas card for the year. So anyhow, I'm going to create a design.
What's the name of the site?
Canva, Canva.
Oh.
And this is totally extra. This is nothing that, but you know, it's just a little something, something. So I'm going to do it real quick. So elders living and aging well. I'm like, okay, we want them to have some kind of logo or something fun to it. So I'm just going to design a logo real quick, and I'm going to call it ELAW, L-A-W. And then down here, I'm going to type out what the name is, Elders Living and Aging Well. Okay, and instead of this crest here, I'm actually going to pull in an image of Arth's logo because I can.
Oh, the one with the elders on it. The couple.
Say, yes, so this is going to help so that, see folders, I saw Arth, here we go. Images. See, this is right on the spot too. I'm hoping that and then I don't like that black background on it. I think that's too stark. What if I were to do the background on just part of it? And make that red.
Looks good.
Okay, there you go. And so I'm gonna create that's just my quick, dirty, quick logo. And I'm saving it. And one of the things is, you can see these are all client files. I always have to have folders. A folder is like, remember in a filing cabinet, you have a folder and then you have file folders. So I would have a drawer with clients by alphabetical order. This is my way of doing that on the computer. So I'm going to ELAW and I'm calling this ELAW logo. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back to Facebook. And so now that I'm back, I'm going to add my profile photo, which I want it to be just the little logo. Okay, so now you can see how it looks too small. So I'm going to go back and play with it later so that I can add in, make that ELAW look a little larger. But this was just my quick, dirty way of setting up a page. If I want to add a cover photo,
Wanda,
Yes.
that logo, okay, so see how you have that logo down in the corner with so the picture there, the big one, is that something else? Is that another?
Yeah, that's called your cover photo.
The
And
cover
that,
photo,
yeah,
okay.
that photo can change sizes. It can, I mean, not sizes, but that one on a business page, that one can change with the different activity. Let's see, can I
Oh.
find, oh, there's my salsa recipe I was looking for.
Oh, I need that.
Okay, I just wanted to find a fun picture of from that represents elders. So let me go back to
Oh, you have it. It's
yeah, I have a couple of them. You know, there's one, and you can see, you see how blurry that one is because it's not a great photo. So, but also too, you could actually reposition it if I needed to. But I am actually gonna put that one in the garbage. You see over here on the left-hand side, since I don't like it, I'm gonna click garbage and I'm gonna add something different. And so this just gives us an opportunity to, you can play with it until you get it to look like you want it to look. So I'm gonna grab the next one and just put it in and call it good, African American family. Let's see. Yeah, that one is better,
right.
but it's
Right.
still, and then I'm gonna go save. So as you guys are getting onto Facebook, come to this page and click like. Okay, and then we'll start adding up, because this page is where we're going to start adding events that are happening. We're going to be able to share community opportunities with one another, and so it's gonna build. We're gonna just keep building on us getting together and us gathering and sharing information and just staying connected, so that we're not isolated out here. We want folks, Miss Muriel stepped out. We want folks to
No, I'm
stay
here.
connected, feel connected, and share. If your church or your organization is doing something that others might enjoy, let's put it out there. And so I'm gonna make sure that anyone can post to the page and check in regularly so we can see what's going on, how we're doing, questions you might have. I just want to really keep us together and keep us communicating. So between that Facebook page and the web page, that's where we're going to continue to share information. Okay, any other questions?
Wanda, this is Rosalind. I wanted to, when you group your friends and
Yes.
family, how do you change that?
Okay, so let's go back into Facebook and share. It's so funny. Some of the things too, I got to talk myself into seeing it. So if I go to friends and so if I have my sister is listed as my friend, and if I want to change her, see friendship. Okay, so I just clicked on those three dots. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, look at that. Oh, can you tell I'm the youngest? I have to look at that. You want to know edit profile. I don't want to edit the profile. I want to edit the friend information. So
I want to regroup. I want to regroup them.
okay, so here you go. I clicked on friends and I can make them a favorite. I can edit friend list, unfollow or unfriend. So if you click on the friends icon and then go edit friend list, and then you can add her as a close friend, restricted, unnamed. So there you go.
Okay, I got it. One
Who
other
else?
question too.
Yep.
before we leave, can you show us how to download our background for Zoom? Remember, you said you were going to show us.
Yeah, so
training class.
what's happened is that there is it should just automatically download, and with it not automatically downloading, I can't second guess how to get those pictures downloaded. So what I would suggest you do, like yesterday, we went to our Google browser and we went to free Zoom virtual backgrounds. And because we want free ones, we don't want to pay for them. And then once you, like unsplash.com is a great site for virtual backgrounds. You can see my mother-in-law's got the Taj Mahal behind her. So when you click on, and I'm clicking on it right now and it's churning. And so these are some free backgrounds that we have the opportunity to download. And so the key about when you're downloading something is that you want to know where you're saving it to. So if I click download, did you see that here in this? I clicked on that download arrow. And then when it's time to save it, I'm actually going to stick it in my downloads account. And I know it's the Unsplash virtual background, so I'm going to save it. And so, and if you save, you know, you can save a couple of different backgrounds. Which one you like this water? That one's pretty too. Okay. Save. Okay. Now, and then remember yesterday, so if you were, once I've saved it and it's in my download folder, I can go to my arrow that's to the right of stop video, choose virtual background, and I'm going to click the add button. Add image. And in downloads, here are the backgrounds I just downloaded. And you see how it changed behind me.
Oh.
If I wanted, yesterday we were on The Price is Right. Then we went to the beach. And then I'm going to add an image again. I'm going to add the image because remember I saved 2 of them. And, oh, that's the same one. Okay, that's why it helps to. Which one is it? Martin? I do the wrong one more. Okay, so there you go. Ooh, see? I'm gonna dive off. Okay, so that's the simplest way for you to add, to gather up some backgrounds, virtual backgrounds for yourself. Those of you who are a little more advanced, if you go into Canva, you will see you can do virtual backgrounds there too. That's where, you know, so that you can actually design some and play with some. So look at all these different opportunities. Here's a nice holiday one. And then I picked it and I can hit download.
Okay. Tawana?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Jerome. I missed that first step. I was trying to do that this morning.
Okay.
I missed the first step.
Which one? On how to get the picture?
Yeah, how to get the pictures and the further going to your browser and doing what?
Put in free Zoom, free Zoom virtual backgrounds.
Okay, I can put that into the Google or Chrome. Okay.
Google is Chrome.
Right.
Okay, and
then
what
do I do after that?
Okay, so what I did is I went down and I know that Canva has them, Unsplash, and I went to Unsplash. You see unsplash.com, did that come up for you?
Yeah, but
So
I'm seeing, no,
double
I'm not
click.
trying it. I'm just following what you're doing. Okay.
Okay, so I clicked on that and it brought up all these pretty pictures. And the cool thing about Unsplash is a way where up and coming photographers send in their photos so that folks like you and I could use them without having to pay for a license. If I were using this for a brochure that I was designing for a business, I would make sure to give credit to the photographer, but to use it just for a virtual background. Uh-oh, it didn't. I wouldn't worry about having the photographer's name. So once I find a photo I like, if you see in Splash, they have the heart, the plus key, and this down arrow. This down arrow is what allows you to download the
Got
file.
it. Got it.
Okay,
Okay, got it.
Mary, did you catch that? So that down arrow.
No, I don't
No.
see it. I don't see it. I was working on something else.
Well, how are you going to ask me a question and not pay attention?
Oh, I didn't
I have
ask
a
you a
question.
question.
I
Oh,
have a
Mary
question.
Berg?
I have a question
yes,
for you.
where is the download arrow?
So you see here on my picture, you have a heart sign, a plus sign, and the arrow.
Yes,
The
okay,
arrow, it's when you hover over it, it says download photo.
okay, all
Okay,
right.
and when you
Yes.
download it, the big thing to remember is to know where it's downloading to. And so I would suggest you download it to the download folder.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, thank you.
So,
Can I ask
so
a
you
question
so you
before we
can
leave?
only download it if it has that arrow on it.
no, if it doesn't have the arrow on it, who asked that question?
Wendy.
Wendy, okay.
Mhm.
The other thing you can do is if you go to a photo that you like,
Mhm.
if you right click with your mouse, you can go save image as.
Oh, okay.
The other thing, okay, and then there was, if you just have the touchpad, you see if I clicked on it with my touchpad, it opened the photo up and then it gave me the options to download on the right
Oh,
upper
okay.
right hand corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Somebody else had a question.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
I got pictures. I take a lot of pictures, and I got pictures of Mount Rainier and stuff. It's on my phone. Is this computer safe enough to download stuff from my phone into this
Yes.
computer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because Windows 10 has it has security with it. Is automatically a part of the Windows 10 package. I
Because
didn't know that.
I have
One of my
tons of pictures of myself that I want to download.
Yeah, so the thing that I would consider though is that are you really wanting to put them on the laptop and take up your hard drive space, or do you want
I
to
just want to
actually?
I was going to take a few of them and put on there. Not.
Oh,
No.
absolutely. Okay, because the other thing that you might consider is uploading them into your secured cloud account.
I do.
So-
They are in my cloud account.
Perfect. Yeah, so you can download a few and they'll be perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Can
So
you
any-
do anything like this with Facebook?
Say that again. What about
Can you do
Facebook?
anything like this with Facebook, like you do in the Zoom pictures? Can
Yeah,
you?
so if there's a picture on Facebook that you like,
Mhm,
if you right click on the picture, you
mhm.
can save image as.
No, I mean, like I see people that'll have things, a different background on a picture, or they'll have, like I voted and things like that. I don't know how they get them.
So the pictures, they're able to grab the pictures however they're getting them, whether they're finding them online and saving it onto their hard drive. And then when they go on to Facebook, so a lot of times for their cover page, they are changing, like here, if you edit your cover page and say, I want to select the photo, and I can, I don't want to select a photo. I want to add a photo. Upload photo, not select. I want to upload it. And so I can go back to the download to that background that I just saved. And it's kind of working its way through.
There we
Okay.
go. Oh, okay.
And you see how it allows me to reposition it, and so I can decide which part I want to show.
Okay.
Okay?
So
Uh-huh.
Tawanda, I have a question.
Yes.
How long should my battery be
Yeah.
lasting?
Yeah,
It's typical. We looked that up the other day and it said that 3 to 4 hours. A lot of it depends on how many programs you have open and how heavily you're working the laptop. So
Okay.
how long is yours lasting?
Not even as long as our meeting.
Right. Me too.
Like during the meeting, I actually have to plug it in.
Yeah. Me too. It's not
Okay.
holding the charge.
It's
Same
not
here.
holding.
Oh.
Right. 'Cause
Okay.
mine just cut out, right.
So you have about 4 of you whose computers are not holding the charge. Yeah, it should hold for at least 4. Give me the, I heard Bete.
Phyllis is included in that as well.
Muriel.
I just leave
Muriel,
mine plugged in when I know that we're going to have a meeting.
And Dorothy.
Dorothy Roth, and who was the other person who just said I leave mine plugged in?
Phyllis Davis.
Okay,
I leave mine
Patricia
plugged in.
Morris.
okay, and then who was the last person?
Patricia
Patricia
Morris.
Morris. Okay,
Yeah.
And Patricia Valentine. I keep
Yeah.
mine plugged in as well.
mine's is gone too almost.
Yeah, and I'm questioning mine too, Tawana. I think I mentioned that yesterday. I'm kind of questioning mine.
okay. I'm gonna check on that piece and I have Elizabeth Morris, Muriel Clark, Dorothy Roth, Phyllis Davis, Patricia Sheppa, and Patricia Valentine.
And Patricia Morris.
Oh, Patricia Morris, not Sheppa. Shepherd, excuse me.
And Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
And
Okay.
Mary Berg. And Mary Berg.
Are you putting down everybody that's attended the class, or you
No,
just
what
batteries are low?
I'm trying to note who's having trouble with their batteries not lasting the whole
Oh.
workshop. And yeah, because I believe it should. What I'm gonna do tomorrow, for tomorrow's class, I'm gonna actually teach the workshop using the same laptops you guys have and see, I'll start out with a new battery and see what it does. And I will get back to you guys on that piece. Harlan needs a manual, and then someone asked about Zoom pictures. Any other questions?
You're going to contact me about my computer, are you?
Who's you? Who's
Patricia Valentine.
Yes. Yeah, I have that whole group of you who are having battery issues.
No,
Okay.
mine. Okay, go ahead.
What else are you having? Your camera issues?
Yeah, the video. Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah, it just takes a picture and that's all.
Yeah, so Patricia, we want to change yours out.
Okay, this is Katie.
Yes.
And okay, mine, it don't show how do I get my camera to show my picture? And I see there's several other people on that just have their name and no picture.
Okay, so do you see at the bottom of your screen where it says stop video or start video? At the bottom menu, stop video?
To your left.
Yes, to your left, bottom left.
You might have to touch it.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. You click on that.
Yeah, so click on that and tell me what's happening. What happens, Katie?
Okay, now it's an arrow through it, says it's not on.
Okay, so no, hold on. So now to the right of that same icon, click on that down arrow button and select a camera.
Okay, it says
mine is not working.
Mine says integrate camera.
Yes, select that. Okay, and now.
Okay, that's clicked, integrate camera.
Okay, so that's clicked.
But
okay.
And now I go back to start video.
Yes, go back to start video. There you go. Oh, you were there for a second.
There are other people that I don't,
There
their
you go.
pictures
Bless
not.
There
you.
you go. We see
There
you.
you are.
Yeah.
Now you see me.
Right on, Katie. You guys are so freaking good. Y'all, I can tell you what to do, and you are hitting those buttons and turning it on and making it happen. Okay, so
You are
Katie, where'd
very
you go
patient,
now?
so that makes it easy
Good, good.
because you're patient and
Thank you, Harlan. Yeah, well, I heard somebody.
Rhonda,
Yes,
did you say Arth will be having some classes after the new year?
absolutely. Absolutely. So one of the things is I have everybody's emails, I have your phone numbers, and I have we have the web page. Carolyn Tibbs. I think hold on, I can double check. But what'll happen is that between the emails we'll send you and the website, that digital equity project page, program page, and the eLaw Facebook group. So that page. So we're going to continue to stay connected. Who wants to plan a party? We could have a Zoom party.
Yeah.
Bring a beverage and
That's
come on
perfect.
down.
It's just something else for us to do rather than just sit around
And
in
do
this
nothing.
pandemic and just sit. It gives us something to do. I appreciate it.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
I have a great concert we did this summer that called Let the Strings Speak, that I'm happy to set up a time and you guys can come to Zoom and watch it, to see this fabulous music being played. It's just, there's a lot happening in town, and there's a lot of things that are happening. And so I don't mind scheduling some Zoom parties, and if you can come, you can come. If you can't make it, you can't, and you'll get the next time. And then I don't have to be the only one to schedule events or parties and stuff. A lot of y'all hadn't seen each other in a while. So don't be afraid to reach out to one another. I'm going to send out a look with the next email. I'll also send out a post to see if you guys mind sharing phone numbers or emails with each other. I don't want to, I know people will say yes, but some people may not want to and may not feel comfortable saying no. So I'll get you to check off that you don't mind. And we really want our folks to stay connected because you guys are active elders. Y'all not.
I have an announcement.
Who's that?
She finished?
Okay, hold on a second. So, because you guys are an active group, so there's a lot of stuff that you're doing that we want to share with one another. Because you guys maybe make some new friends, reconnect with some old friends. So, who had an announcement? Mary?
I do.
Dorothy.
This is Ruby. I recently announced that this project that I'm going to be doing called Zoom check-ins. This actual class came in right in handy because I didn't know this class. I didn't know I was going to have it, and they just called me right at the right time. But what we're going to do is, if you know anybody, any seniors that's alone that needs somebody to check in with them, maybe twice a month, once a month, what we're going to do is we're going to just keep the group, limited to about 8 in the group. Then I'd like for everybody that participates in that group after a few sessions, if they could set up their own group and, start checking in, having seniors check in. And basically what we're going to do for maybe 40 minutes starting out, that free session, right? We'll just go around, check out, talk with everybody in the group, make sure they're okay, make sure they don't have any pressing issues. And we'll also go through the AARP safety guidelines for internet. We're going to do that every single day, every single time, because it's so important. I'm working with the Southeast Senior Center and also the Central Senior Center. If anybody needs a flyer, my email address is keepyourhabitat @gmail.com. And if you know anybody that needs that service, we would like their grown child to make sure that that's something that they feel comfortable with. And so we're starting, my first meeting is January 13th and January 27th. So that's something that we're going to do. And I tell you, Twana, this class came right in handy.
Well, that is great to know. So Ruby, can you also email me a copy of that flyer?
I
And I
will.
will post it on the Digital Equity Program
Perfect.
page. So the other thing to know is ARTH is more than just, you know, these workshops. They have 2 programs that I wanted someone to share with. It's on the Community Navigators and community lay leaders, and it's similar to what you're doing, Ruby, where it's giving people opportunity. I think the navigators, they actually are doing phone calls, because even though we were able to get laptops for you guys, there's still quite a few folks who just aren't ready to have a laptop, or they don't want to. So they're actually calling into people. And then they have another program with the lay leaders, and that's for the church folks who want to know more. So I will resend that information out to everyone from ARTH, because they also have a little stipend that goes with both of their programs. So Ruby, I hope they stipending you. You tell them you need some ducats, okay? Just a couple bucks, as my mom would say.
Once I set up the Zoom, I will have a call in for people that don't actually have a computer. They'll just have a call in number that they can use. So,
absolutely.
You know, I did this. I decided to do this once Inslee made that second shutdown. And I said, you know what, seniors been shut down since March. We need to start getting together. No senior should be isolated. So, you know, spread the word. If there's anybody that, you know, that needs to have somebody check in on them every now and then. We're not a caregiver. We're not trying to take that place, but we're just trying to help people from being lonely, if that's possible.
Oh, right on. And that's what it's about. Because yeah, we don't want anybody lonely. You know, plan your Christmas gatherings on Zoom. You know, you don't have to, you know, tell them young ones to stay away with their germs. You know, plan your parties on Zoom, you know, and it can be, it doesn't have to even, you know, but like I said, when my family gets together, there's 50 of us on there and we're all talking at the same time. And honestly, you can still hear 3 conversations and keep answering all of them. But the week before Thanksgiving, my aunt, I was at her house helping her fix her new computer, and she found a stack of old photos, and I took pictures of the pictures. And so on Thanksgiving, we were showing these photos of when the family went back to Africa on this pilgrimage, and you know, to see these aunties in their 20s all slinging and swinging and hot. And so, and then to see the kids as toddlers, it's a lot of fun. So yes, it can be as fun as we need it to be. I encourage you also to, you're getting on Zoom, you're going to be on camera, you know, get done up, because otherwise we're not going to come out our house dresses if we don't have a reason to. So it's easy to have your picture on the camera, but it's much more fun to see people's faces. You get to see their smiles. And so, yeah, you know, like I said, look, I got lipstick on, because it ain't smearing my mask. So, and believe it or not, I haven't been out in a long time. I use Instacart. I don't even want to go to the grocery store, because I'm here in Phoenix, and you know, with the numbers spiking, the governor said, "I really, really hope you'll please wear a mask." Dude, you're the governor. Mandate something, you know? So, I mean, and as many seniors as we have here, at one point I did go to the store, and the only people with a mask on were me and the employees. And I'm like, these old people, like, do you realize there's a pandemic? So we really got to be safe, got to be careful, think about the vaccine and if you're going to take it. And You know, I figure by the time it gets to me, all y'all will have taken it. So I'll know it's safe. But I have friends who, you know, Dr. Mims at 92, she's waiting for the call so she can get it. And she said they could stick it in every hole. She want that vaccine because she want to stay alive and healthy and well. So I think
I
the
know that's
science,
right.
yeah, I think the science, you know, our first thought is because it was came through this administration. But I think the scientists have actually been able to prevail. This second company, their vaccine seems to be a little bit better, which is going to be interesting. Is it McVeer or something? They seem to be able to prevent you catching the virus, but also to assist if you have it. So lots of good stuff,
No
you know.
side effects.
Well, you know, none of us are going to know the side effects